mainstream of today, or it is still rare, or it is no, besides the artists already gone past, and then there's no more new artists following except that you are kind of.
Oh, there's a lot of artists. There's a lot of art. They're doing new things. I mean,
new things.
My ideas are more locked into a certain time.
Right.
Conceptually, they're very much what interests me now. But visually, there's, I think, a lot of younger artists who are doing 3D printing. You know, I mean, it's much more of a hip thing to be doing in the art world. A lot of technological art that's happening, you know, that the younger artists are doing. They're rebelling.
I mean, in the type of this kind of painting.
I would say, in the 70s, Donald Judd, the minimalists, you know, there were a lot of artists who were doing this. There's Michael Heiser, you know, land artists. There's artists who are still working this way. That's, yes, Ellsworth Kelly, New York abstract expressionists. So there's a lot that's going on. But I think they're asking different questions now. There's a lot about self-identity going on. And, you know, the younger people are like asking questions about their life. And so the work has changed. A lot of photography.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We probably can have more people to ask since he's the last speaker. I want to thank you for bringing in fresh perspectives in connecting Taiji and yin and yang, I mean the abstract painting. And there's some, so I know that there's, you were talking about fluidness in the abstract. So that's the yin and yang. Sometimes they will be converging, sometimes they will be separating. So that is very refreshing to me. But there's one thing that kind of deconstruct about how I think about yin and yang. So when I look at the asymmetrical compositions, it's just the opposite to what I usually think about the balance. So usually when I think about the balance is mostly symmetrical. It's very traditional in Chinese art, like thinking. So if you look at any decoration, you know, usually two, like do, it's like one here, the other over there. It's not. It's seldom you see just one of them. So the abstract thinking. So how would you? I do not know how I think because this is very new for me. So the symmetrical and asymmetrical in the abstract painting, and then try to integrate into the yin and yang philosophy.
You know, it's interesting. And see, this is where, because of the Tai Chi, it's always moving. And so my limited understanding, I'm still trying to understand it, but if somebody's pushing me here, I go yin right here. But then there's yang that's picking up somewhere else. And that's always shifting and changing. but it's not like a perfect this amount, because it's always kind of like there's got to be more somewhere else. And so, and also it goes outside of the body. One time Julian was talking about Ben Lowe, you know, asking Julian, I think, about how far out do you project? How far down does your root go? How far do you project? Which is a very interesting question, because what does that do to the mind? And then what happens in the body? It's like even deeper, I think, relaxation. So to answer your question, how do you make a painting or a drawing about that? You know, that's why I don't try to play with making an exact painting of Tai Chi Chuan and that balance. The Tai Chi symbol's already done it perfectly. Why bother? You know? And then one day I heard, you know, this blew my mind. The Tai Chi symbol, it's not two-dimensional. It's spherical. And it's going everywhere. I'm like, oh.
It's a break hole.
Huh?
It's a break hole.
Yeah. But see, it goes, but see, my paintings, they go every which way too. So it's graphically, it's not this black and white thing. But it's always shifting, so maybe there's something more to life in that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I see the multitudes of things. I see the multitude of things, and then it's not the definite definition of Tai Chi and yin and yang. So I see the multitudes of explanations, and you can make the link between the concept of Tai Chi with many things,
business. I've heard all of these things. Yes, music, everything.
Thank you.
Yeah.
David, do you have a Taiji in mind when you draw those circles?
This is, yes. You mean the perfect ones?
Whatever, look like our man of a Tai Chi to me.
Yeah. No, it is, because it's always circulating. Like some people are architects and they're thinking very much like this. No, I'm very much Tai Chi in the circle. But what's interesting also is, can you go back to an image?
Which one?
I don't care.
Which one?
That one. That one.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, so like you can see the different circles, right? And the different movement. But what I found is what's really interesting about the circle is that it can, boom, it can stick a place and it can stay right there. The circle can become very kind of central. So that idea of the movement, here's a circle, here's another circle. And sometimes, so always. But I like how it can hold the space. Thank you.
So just this is more like a comment. So at the beginning, we talk about the Tai Chi as a history. And then we talk about Tai Chi as a science. And then Jim Mao talked about the Tai Chi as a philosophy. And you concluded with the Tai Chi as an art.
As what?
As an art.
Yeah. As a mystery. Yeah.